This is Fun Robotics Network. We're here with Team 9864 Jug Rox Robotics from Shoals, Indiana. They're coming straight off of their Indiana State Championship Winning Alliance first run. After the break, they're going to talk a little bit about their very interesting L3 climb, their very consistent intake, and everything.
So obviously right off the bat, one of the more unique aspects of our robot is its navigation. We use distance sensors for error correction, and we also use the IMU to make sure we're going in a straight line. And something interesting about our movement during teleop is that we use field-oriented driving, which means no matter where the robot is facing, pressing forward on the joystick will make it move forward, or left, left, right, right. And especially for newer drivers, it makes it a lot more easy to learn. Another kind of unique and complex aspect is the collector. Okay, so our collector has many different aspects. These wheels, which have two configurations actually. This configuration is for basket. We have these kickers that go on the front of our wheels, and we use them for clips because they can kind of grip on better. But for basket, we want it to be a bit more loose, and it would also like kind of kick it out. So we take them off for basket. It has a color sensor, which whenever we're driving, it will automatically, like if it sees that there's a sample collected, it will move the arm to the home position, so you can just drive off and like immediately go. And another thing is we have a feed gate, so pretend this is a sample. It can go in backwards, but not go in that way.
So my name is Jason. I'll be talking about our lift, and this is our lift right here. And during in-game, we use this lift to perform a level 3 ascent by, can you lift up the lift? So when we first go on, we latch this onto the bar that raises up our robot. And then for our level 2 ascent, we bring our arm out and we use this right here to hook it on the second bar. And that kind of holds our robot there for these right here to come up and bring our robot up. That way it can perform the level 3 ascent and hang there. And I'm also going to talk about the worm gears that we use. We use 2 different worm gears that way. So the worm gears are really good because that way we can hang our robot without putting any stress on the battery or the robot or the arm itself. And like we can maintain the hang. So the worm gears are really beneficial to this robot and for the hang. And there you go.
So one of the cooler things that I noticed is that you guys use a lot of sensors. You mentioned the distance sensor. Could you talk about how you use these like push-in touch sensors and stuff?
So the sensors on the front are called push-button sensors. They are used in our lift system to help us verify when phase 1 is done, which is telling us that we are securely hooked onto the first rung.
The distance sensors, as I said, they're used during autonomous, because what would happen a lot is our robot would overshoot or not go in a straight line, and so it would mess us up, especially when we were trying to carefully pick up the specimens. So at first we tried to use April tags, it was too slow, so we moved on to distance sensors, which have worked really well.
That's really cool. Do you think you could talk about how you guys set up the mechanism for moving this entire arm up and down?
So with this arm, we have a gear right here. So we have, we have 2 gears right here. And that allows, and we have it connected to this metal piece right here. And we have no gears right here, so it can move freely. And basically that, we just attach this arm to this metal base and it just turns. And we also use the belts for the actual arm portion, but to move the base, that's how we move it up and down, to put it in the basket or in the intake. And to raise our arm, we use these bands, and basically these bands, when it goes up, they keep cycling from this, and it raises it, and it keeps tension on it, that way it can't fall back, and it can also go forward.
Thank you, that's all really cool. Anything? So this has been 9864 Jug Rox Robotics. You guys are going to be at Worlds here in Houston coming up. Thank you for showcasing your robot.